students. In this video today we are going to study film review. Now this is an interesting question which has been included in the writing skills section from this year. How to write a film review. Now what is a film review? A film review is actually a critical appraisal of a film depending on various components and features. It's actually an assessment and evaluation of a movie that you have watched on different aspects. Usually, we are expressing our view when we watch a movie. We declare what we liked, what we didn't. So, this is an assessment based on certain features of the movie. It discusses about the theme, about acting, about direction, about music, and different aspects. Usually film reviews are published in newspapers, magazines, and even online. We have so many programs where the host usually discusses and reviews a particular movie. If you are in the habit of reading newspaper, usually on Saturday in the newspaper you will find film reviews of the movies which released on Friday. Some are written very beautifully. Means as this question has been included in writing skills section, you have to see that you write it aesthetically and you point out different features of the movie. Now, points will be given to you and you have to write the review depending on the points. But still, there is a format of writing the review. Now, this is not strictly followed. Everyone have their own way. But some of the aspects you have to cover in general. So, we will see these aspects in detail. As I mentioned, in film review, they will ask you to review a movie which you have recently seen. Obviously, they can't specify the name of the movie. But they can specify the genre, the type of the movie. For example, science fiction, historical, comedy. They can specify like this. So it's better to prepare, and this is a scoring question. Why? Because if they just write a movie review of a film that you have recently seen, you can prepare well. You prepare two movies, a science fiction and a general one, and a popular one, so that and prepare it nicely. So on which aspects you should prepare the film review? As I said, there is no strict criteria. Points will be provided, but still you should follow a certain format. So should we start? Now, what is the general format of writing the film review? You should start with the introduction. Introduction means the first paragraph. Now remember, even if they give you different points, don't write point and then explain. You just make different paragraphs, distinct and clear. And in those paragraphs, you explain the points. But first thing, in the first paragraph actually, you should mention, first you write film review, mention the name of the movie which you are reviewing. Then you start with the first paragraph, that is usually introduction. Now here what you are expected to provide. You are here expected to write about the name of the movie, the release date. If it's a recent movie, no need to mention. But if you are writing a movie that you liked and it has been something in the past, you have to mention the date of the release, 2019, 20 or something. Then basic information means name of the movie, release date, director. You can mention production house if it's a very famous one. Okay. Then you have to mention the actors, the lead actors in the movie, and even some background information if there is something particular. The story is based on any incident or something specific. You can also mention that. For example, if we are writing review of the movie Mission Mangal, so as you mentioned various things, that it is Mission Mangal directed by Jagan Shakti, released on in the year 2019 on Independence Day. It revolves around the the first interplanetary mission, that is MOM, that is orbitary mission to Mars. It is the storyline is based on that. So this is the background information that you are providing about the movies. Nowadays there are many theme-based movies, and yes, lot of research is being done on the storyline and all, and most are realistic. So if there is something about the movie which has to be mentioned, you can mention it in the first paragraph. Okay, you have to mention the name of the movie, release date, director, genre also. As I told, there are so many movies, like some are science fiction, some are comedy, some are romantic comedy, some are historical, some are horror movies, thriller. So you should mention the genre. Okay. Then director, like if I'm mentioning Mission Mangal, I can say that it's the debut film of the director, because it is his first film. So you can highlight and mention. And as I said, don't write the point, only make a paragraph. You can just underline the name of the director, the release date, and some specific background if you are providing. Mention the important character. So this is the first paragraph where you have given these things, this information. If you are mentioning the background, you write it in the second paragraph. Okay. Then the next aspect that you should explain without fail is the summary. In brief, you have to mention the theme of the movie, the conflict discussed in the movie. Now, when you are doing so, don't reveal the story. Don't reveal the mystery, the secret, and the main plot. Why? Because the one who are reading your review, they have not watched the movie. Obviously, they should go and watch, or they should not. But you can't reveal the details. See that you hold on some of the aspects and don't explain everything in detail. So 2 to 3 sentences about the theme of the movie, the story of the movie, on what it is based. Okay. And you also have to mention what? You have to mention the other aspects while doing so. But don't reveal the details. Don't reveal the mystery. Don't give out the secrets. Okay. Just you should make the reader curious enough to go and watch the movie if you want him to do so after reading your review. So understood? First, introduction. Second, the plot summary. You can mention the storyline, the theme, the conflict. You can also mention whether it is something unique or it is something which has been shown in the same set formulas again and again, and there is nothing new. You can mention these things. Okay. Then analysis. This is the main aspect. Always remember, when you are writing the film review, when you are watching the film, you should first watch it. Second time when you are watching, you should jot down the details. You should watch it carefully on various parameters, like elements like acting, how the lead actors and the supporting cast have acted. Okay, dialogues, the script, their setting, how they have performed, songs, music, whether the songs are unnecessarily put, whether background score is good. If it is a horror movie, obviously the background music is very good. Whether it adds to the mystery and to feeling of suspense and horror, or it is too loud and it just distracts. Whether songs feel like being added unnecessarily, or they carry forward the story. This you can mention. For example, if we are mentioning Mission Mangal, the plot summary will be, it's the story of some scientists who gather for the first interplanetary mission to Mars, and how they are successful, what are the problems they faced and all. Setting, where the story takes place, it takes place at the lab in ISRO. So you can mention where the story of the particular movie takes place. Then the characters, what are the names of the character. You can name the characters like Akshay Kumar, Vidya Balan, Sonakshi Sinha, Kriti Kulhari, Nitya Menon, Sharman Joshi are the main characters. All have acted their part very well. Okay, so you can mention if someone has been very good You can mention that actor. Many a time it happens that in the movies, along with the main actor, there are some supporting actors who stand out, whose performance is so remarkable that it is mentioned. So you can mention about songs, how many songs are there, who is music director, who is lyricist. Some songs are very soothing, music is good. Sometimes the lyrics are so good that we keep means it what to say, inspire. And also you can mention them cinematography, the camera work, the lighting effects and everything. Some of the directors are very means keen about colors, use of lights in their movie, costume, whether they are relevant or whether they are not relevant in the setting, means where in which year the movie, if it is historical movie, the costume, whether they match to the setting, to the era or not. You can discuss all these aspects, but in short, in how many sentences you are expected to write this question? You are writing this question in your exam. So 100 to 150 words means you should write at least 20 sentences. Okay. Now the last aspect is conclusion. Conclusion means after going through all this, what is your general opinion about the movie? Whether people should watch it or whether they should refrain from spending their money on such a movie. So you can mention, yes, the movie is worth watching because it arose the feeling of patriotism. It explained the concept of satellites and other things in layman's words, means in so simple word that even children will like and appreciate if we are writing about Mission Mangal. Okay, so you can mention, yes, it's a worth watch. One should watch this because the movie is remarkable and it presents its message in a wonderful way. So you can give a conclusion in the last 2 to 3 sentences. You can even give stars. You must have, if you are in the habit of reading, you might have read reviews and where they give stars, 2 star, 3 star, 4 stars to the movie, and thereby you can conclude whether the movie is worth watching. You can recommend to others whether and state your opinion whether the movie is worth watching or not. So in this video, actually we studied about film review. This is one of the questions from the writing skill section. Film review is something which you can develop after practice. But for exams, you have to prepare. Watch a movie, prepare it likewise on this. This is the general format. Points will be provided to you, and while the points are provided, still you should include this information. 4 things that your review should have: introduction, plot summary, analysis of various components, and the conclusion. Okay, these 4 aspects should be there when you are writing the review. Best part: prepare a review in 18 to 20 sentences. Divide it into different paragraphs. Underline and highlight the main aspect which you want the other person to read. Okay, and you can just specify and recommend the particular film. And if you want to improve, better read reviews which are usually there on net, in newspapers and in magazine. I hope you might have understood the points that we discussed today. Do study them and prepare well for your exam. Do subscribe to the channel to enrich your English. Thank you.